Hello everyone. Welcome to Spectrum Art. My name is Maddie and I craft with my daughter Madison. And if you are new here, please check out the description box down below and get to know a little bit more about us, about the channel. Also, make sure you go ahead and if you're new, go ahead and subscribe and hit the like button, which would definitely appreciate it. And also click on the bell if you want to be notified whenever we upload new videos. So today we are doing a show and tell video rather than a process video. And the reason for that is because we wanted to keep this short, but we're still going to guide you step by step through the process. So if you like this project, you can go ahead and create your very own. We are continuing on our piano rolled paper series. So be sure to stay tuned to the end as well, because we're going to have some more info on the upcoming challenge and also the opportunity to win a great prize. So stay tuned for that. Now, so far in this series, we have done, in case you've missed it, we've done envelopes using our piano roll paper, right? And on those envelopes, we use lace and ribbon. We've also done a layered pocket using fabric, so a great opportunity to go ahead and use your fabric. We've also done a paper clip mini pocket using napkins. So lace and ribbon, fabrics, napkins. We've also, we've done a couple of tags which use scrapbook paper, but I have to finish editing that video and load it for you guys. So again, lace and ribbon, fabric, napkins, scrapbook paper. So today we are using playing cards. So go ahead and break out your deck of cards and let's get to creating. This process is like an onion. That's the best way I can describe it. It requires a lot of layering, but it is fun. It is very relaxing, and the results are definitely worth it, in my opinion. So the first thing that we went ahead and did, of course, is we went ahead and grabbed a playing card. And let me show you an up close basically of what it is that our end project is going to be. So we utilize this as a playing card, a standard playing card. We grabbed one, of course, that had a very plain back because we were going to be adhering it to journals or pockets or tags. However, if you just want to do the altered playing card and you want to have a beautiful back, there most definitely are lovely, lovely cards out there, vintage ones that are great. But let's go through the process. So step number one, you'll need to go ahead and gesso your card. So you'll need some gesso. We use white gesso. You could also use clear. So you'll need gesso and, of course, a paintbrush. And you're going to go ahead and just apply a very light coat on it. Typically, we lightly sand our cards to get rid of that glossiness because that tends to resist just about anything you put on there. But since we were going to be layering, we felt comfortable with using gesso. The next thing we did is we went ahead and added some color to these to kind of give it something different. And for that, we went ahead and used distress oxides. So, and here's some of the colors that we used. We basically looked at our images. Again, these are those lovely images, which I'll link again below from FARMIRAGE. We've used these in just about all the projects to kind of give you guys an idea of just, you know, how many different projects you can get out of just one collection. But we basically just looked at it. We saw some greens, some blues, some reds, some purples, some pinks, and that is what we use for our inspiration to pick up on those colors. We use barn door red, seedless preserves, and it doesn't have to be oxides. You might have acrylics or something else. Victorian velvet, mowed lawn, wild honey, and stormy sky. Okay, so we went ahead and added some color to those cards. After that, we went ahead and used our vintage photo and went around the edges, again, to give it a worn, old, vintage kind of look. Once we were done with that, we went ahead and created the next layer. So you can see the oxides there in the back as well as the brown distress inks. we went ahead and decided that we still wanted to mute it down a little bit more. So we used our, what is that called? Sewing pattern paper. And I'm sure you've seen these, or you might have some around. They're just the old, you know, and they could be new ones too. Sewing paper, and it's just really pretty. It's almost like the piano as well. It's very, it's a little bit more translucent, but it's like onion paper. So we went ahead and used that and just tore little pieces, and I hear them in the back, and that's what you see right there. You kind of see it peeking from behind. Here's another great way to see it as well, right there. Once we were done with that and we let it dry, we thought we needed to pop it out a little bit more. So we went ahead and came back in just around the edge with the black soot distress ink. And you can kind of see that right there where you see some black around the edges. Then we worked on our placement. We had three things that we were working with because we had the leftover pieces. We had the book pages, right? We had the printed images from FARMIRAGE. These are called industrial wares. And again, I'll put that link down below. And then of course we had our stamped words, which we had done from our piano paper. And if you missed that video, I will just link them down below, but we created all of these utilizing our piano paper and stamping some words on them, some sentiments. So that's what you see there. So we worked on that placement, we glued them down. After we were done with that, we went ahead and grabbed some black acrylic paint and our fan brush, and we went ahead and did some splattering on it. So those are those little splatters and specks that you see throughout. Then we said, okay, something else, it needs something else. So we went ahead and grabbed these little cute flat back pearl embellishments and hot glued them on. So right there, we already had some great ATCs or embellishments. We could have left them that way and they were ready to be put into pocket letters or even tuck spots, right? If you just, you know, put them on the corner of a page, they would be great tuck spots for journals. But I wanted to continue playing. Again, it's just that layering process. Once you get to layering and layering, you just want to keep going. So I said, well, let's do something else with it. So I decided to go ahead and mount them on cardstock. So the next thing we did is we went ahead and cut out some black cardstock, slightly larger than the altered playing card. And our page happened to actually have perforations at the top, but you can always duplicate that look with a hole puncher, right? Or a die. Actually, Madison has, I think it's a Tim Holtz die that actually looks like this, almost like a torn page from a notebook. So you could always recreate that if you like that look. Then what we did is we went ahead and took our card and we sanded it on three sides on the back. I am sorry to tell you that for a reliable, time-tested, permanent hold, there's no shortcut. I have tried all kinds of different adhesives. I have tried even with gesso on the back. If you want it to be permanent and reliable, you're gonna need to go ahead and sand that glossiness off of your card just on the borders. It's not a big deal, just on the sides, right? It doesn't take but a few seconds, and it honestly makes a huge difference. For that, of course, you can go ahead and use a sanding block, a nail file, just a piece of sandpaper, right? So any of those. And it's funny because I have bought one of these at Home Depot for like $5 or $6. And then someone told me that they had them at the dollar store. And yes, they do. $1 at the dollar store. It'll last you forever and ever and ever. These are also available, of course, at the dollar store as well. So for $1, great deal. All right, so once you've sanded down those three edges right there in the back, you want to go ahead and, of course, wipe them clean. You want to get rid of the dust and that powder. And then finally, we went ahead and used Fabri-Tac to go ahead and adhere the cards on three sides to our black cardstock. And what that gave us was this. Voila. We actually have these really cute pockets. Oh, I didn't even think of grabbing, but here we go. Sticky, sticky notes. You have these great pockets that you can go ahead and use as they are, because they're great. You can also, journal on the back. You can also attach, a chain or some embellishments from any of these loops. You can go ahead and just, that's my book. You can go ahead and just glue them down to a page. Look at that. Isn't that adorable? And actually, if you wanted to glue it down on 3 sides, then you would have a double pocket, right? You could have a pocket this way and a pocket this way, or you can glue it on these 2 sides and have a tuck spot this way and a pocket here. So pocket here. Hopefully I'm in frame, right? Yes. Pocket here, and then another sticky, and pocket that way. So that is what we've actually created. Now, hopefully this will give you yet another great project to help you to use your piano rolls. Of course, it doesn't have to be piano roll paper. It could be any other page that you have at hand. But don't forget that you have the opportunity to win a fab prize, because Kateri from Kateri's Crafty Ideas is hosting a piano roll paper challenge. And I'm going to link that video with all the info below. But I mean, the short version of it is all you have to do to be entered is to go ahead and, no, you have to go ahead and make something utilizing your piano roll paper and use the hashtag, which is on this video. And it's all that information is also going to be listed below. But you can watch the full video, of course, which I'll link down for all the details on it. Thank you so much for joining us. We love to hear from you. Tell us, did you like it? Will you try it? Would you like to see a process video where we kind of just speed through it and do it step by step? How about, well, we haven't thought about it, but, would you like some piano paper to play with? We'd love to mail you a piece. Maybe we can do like a 10 by 10. If we actually fold a 10 by 10 piece of paper, we probably only need a stamp to mail it off. So even international folks can actually get a small piece of piano paper. If you do, all you have to do is simply send us your mailing info, of course, and you can send it to spectrumartcreations@gmail.com, and that information is also down, the email address is also down below in the description box, and we love to share with you guys. We love to have you actually be able to participate in the challenge and hopefully make some of these cutie patooties. So we hope you guys have a blessed day. Once again, thank you for joining us, and we will see you all back soon. Bye.